Live. Bring up my notes here. Let's see if I can turn this one so I can see that better. We'll get started in a few minutes. Give everybody a chance to get on. Well, we got a few people showing up here on YouTube, so. So how many of you guys actually use crypto? Any of you get burned in it? Try to make money in it? Have any specific questions before we get rolling in it? How many of you think crypto is safe? Now, last week we went over actual trading in crypto and why most serious traders um, or investors like Warren Buffett won't touch crypto. They call it rat poison squared. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. Um, the first, it's kind of a Bitcoin nightmare because Bitcoin is pretty much the standard in crypto. It's, you know, been around the longest. It's supposed to be the most secure. Um, hey, Jeff. Nice of you to stop by. So, um, a few months back, um, somebody decided to drop massive amounts of money into Bitcoin, selling it. Okay. And he made a mistake um, because he was trying to sell a mountain of Bitcoin all at one time. And what happened was, and some say this was a mistake, some say this was on purpose. Go figure. But what happened is that when the exchange ran out of buyers, for a few seconds, the price bottomed out. The price of Bitcoin went all the way down to $85. Now, this is just a few months ago, where it's been running up around 100,000. It dropped all the way to $85 because of one guy. And it went, so it drops from 100,000 all the way to 85. And only for a few seconds. And then it went right back up to 100,000. Now, what that did was it triggered a trapdoor effect. And so there were tons of people that had things, they had, things set with stop losses and orders so that they had stops set that if it dropped to a certain point, it would automatically sell. Or if it got to a certain point, it would automatically buy. So they had their Bitcoin up here and it dropped to this point and they sold. It sold at a loss. They lost money. And so the only people that gained were the ones that had sets to buy at a certain point. So, which somebody was set, probably the same guy that was involved with um, dropping the whole price down. I just lost TikTok. Hang on. TikTok can be so squirrely. Okay. Yeah, you still in there, Jeff? So the I think it's connected because somebody was there waiting, and when it was at $85, they bought a ton of it. So that when it shot back up to 100,000, this guy made millions in seconds. So if you can hack Bitcoin that easy, yeah, it's not good. Not only that, listen, right here on this one page, this is how complicated it is to launch your own coin. You want to launch a coin? It costs a few $100s and can turn into 6 to 7 figures. And it takes, depending on how you do it, 1 to 3 days, 3 to 5 days. Yep. So, yeah. Crypto is not, it is not what people think it is. Now, Now, one of my big things: why do scammers rush you to crypto? Because this is a big thing. When you get involved in these things, and they always want it. Well, they don't want cash. They want crypto. They want crypto. They want crypto. Why? There's some reasons. Number one, it's a one-way street. If you wire from a bank, you have a few hours to call the bank and say stop. In crypto, there's no manager. Once you hit send, the money's gone, like rocket to Mars. Because even I've got on my website that if you wire money, you do a transfer from your bank, your credit card, anything like that, on a scam, there are ways to get that money reversed. You can get the money reversed if it comes from a bank or credit card. Once it's in crypto, it is gone. Cash App, gone. Not going to happen. So that's why they want it in crypto, because once it's in crypto, it is their money. Number two, there's no paper trail. There's nothing. It's digital, and you're not going to... The odds of finding it, it's not happening. And, if somebody in like says they're with the government or something, if they ever say if government, tech support, or even romantic interest, if anybody says that it has to be crypto, that's a huge red flag. Run, 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 run. Because the only people that are going to demand crypto are people that don't want a paper trail. They are hiding. So don't. That's one side of crypto. The other side of crypto is that once they have that part of your information, you think that's secure, but it is not nearly as secure as you think it is. Because when they get that information from you, it is so easy for them to start adding to, as they interact with you, their, with social media and whatnot. It is so easy for them to take that information from the crypto, from your wallet, and steal your identity. They're not concerned about hacking your wallet to take your money, because they know that if you're going after their scam, you probably don't have a bunch of money. They want your identity. Why do they want your identity? Well, they can sell it. They can sell it for a few $100s, and they can sell it over and over and over and over and over again. They don't just sell it one time. They might sell your identity 20 times to people all over the place. People here in the country, people that want to come to the country. I mean, imagine all the people that want to come to the United States, can't get a visa, can't get a passport, and they buy your identity. All of a sudden, they can walk into a U.S. embassy somewhere and say, hey, look who I am. And they can get a U.S. passport and can walk right in. And that's all fine and dandy until they are driving drunk, run over somebody, kill them, disappear. You think they're going to go to court on your behalf? No. And so then you get caught running a red light, they pull up your driver's license, and you go to jail for something that you did in some other state that you weren't even there. But now you have to prove that you didn't do it, because they have proof that you did do it. It's nasty. It's nasty. So, the next thing about Bitcoin that we have to worry about is, we're watching all the way technology is growing by leaps and bounds. And I'm sure you guys have heard about quantum computing, how it's growing. But I don't know if you guys know what quantum computing really means. It I mean, just to simplify, yeah, it's really fast computers. Okay, sure, really fast. But it means that they can do things that regular computers can't do, and their their mark, the thing that they're um, like mark on the wall of accomplishing, is to be able to break the blockchain for Bitcoin. Seriously, that's what quantum computing is trying to achieve. And they're supposedly only a few years away. They're saying, you know, like 2030 at the latest. So if 2030, I mean, it's 4 years. So if 4 years from now, all crypto is a couple of clicks away from a complete hack, now what? Because none of it's insured by a bank. None of it. And if you can, yeah, it's just. Now, the next part, is your blockchain a toy? Um, Not all crypto is secure. And this one surprised me one day. Because as a day trader, I spent some time trying to figure out crypto and realized that, yeah, you're not going to make any money in crypto because it's it's not predictable. So, day trading is all about predictability. And in breaking down and studying crypto and the different coins and whatnot, I learned that um, the blockchains, they're not all the same. Um, so the uh, uh, Bitcoin is secure because millions of computers are watching it. Millions. That's what they call the blockchain, okay? But some of the new coins, like, I told you, you can start your own coin in a couple days. Some of the new coins only have 10 or 20 computers watching them. Versus Bitcoin, millions of computers. So, if a coin only has 10 or 20 computers watching, if a hacker takes over just 11, which is pretty easy for a pro, they own that coin. They can control it. Now, you can say, and then they can print more, steal yours, shut it down, whatever they want. Now, you might say, well, shucks, how many of them are like that? About half. Yeah, about half of the coins, when you go out there and you look at crypto, about half of the coins are what you might consider secure, like Bitcoin, and about half are not. And it's growing because more and more people are launching their own. So it's growing to where more and more are not secure. Um, Now, if you guys are, enjoying these podcasts that I'm doing, don't forget to, like and, follow and share. And, um, because, I enjoy doing this. I like to share information. Um, so, um, but if you're buying a coin because it's fast and cheap, remember, a screen door is fast and cheap too, but you wouldn't use it to protect your life savings, and it wouldn't do you much good on a submarine. So, um, you know, not to say you can't play with crypto, but just know what it is. You know, I'm not saying that you can't make money in crypto. I'm not saying that you shouldn't touch crypto. I'm saying know what it is. That's my big thing. So now also I've been doing these podcasts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and uh, sad to say I'm gonna need to drop one day and go to just Tuesdays or Thursdays because I've acquired another company. It's going to take some more of my time. So I would like to hear some comments from you guys as to what day, hey Darsh, what day, um, you would like, you know, um, to have, Tuesdays, Thursdays, um, you know, and what in particular if there's anything particular you'd like to see for next week. What's the best app to buy crypto at 18? Oh gosh. um I mean, Robinhood is okay. Crypto, what is it, crypto.com. um I the thing you really got to look at is the fees they're going to charge you, and how hard is it going to be to get your money back out. um because that can be a challenge. But I think crypto is probably the one that I use the most for crypto. um I tried several because it's a pain in the neck, honestly, trading crypto, because of the fees. The fees are just horrible. Um, and, for trading and then trying to get your money back out. Um, but, and they change them around. So, I think, um, trying to remember. I'm using my phone right now, so I can't look it up. But I know I used Robinhood, and I think it's Crypto.com. Might have been another one. But and here's the other thing. You know, those are not real. Those are not what I would consider real trading platforms. Um, you know, because when I trade, real money, if I'm trading, you know, $10,000 at a time, I'm going to be using, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, you know, um, I'm not going to be using Robinhood, you know. um, but those platforms, they really limit. They don't cater to crypto. I mean, Fidelity will allow you to do crypto, but it's not really set up for it. So anyway, so I hope I answered your your questions. The biggest thing about crypto is just that, you know, a lot of people look at crypto and they think that it's, you know, a way to make, you know, that it's trading, it's regular trading. It's not. Probably the biggest scam. I didn't go over this. Probably the biggest scam that I've seen in crypto is that you will see um, people talking on social media about how much money they're making trading crypto because of either they're using AI or insider information. You know, they somebody that's super smart or AI, right? And they're gonna show you screenshots or some shit, whatever. They're gonna tell you how great it is, and they're gonna want you to sign up, and it's usually some drop dead gorgeous girl, and the thing of it is, you'll notice that for those of you that've been involved in scams, you'll notice they're always going to communicate through WhatsApp. They're going to use screen captures, and then oddly enough, they're going to want you to trade through their own trading platform, not Robinhood, not crypto, not Fidelity, nothing else. They have their own. And to me, that always made me nervous that you want me to put my money into your trading app when I don't even know who you are. How do I know that it's secure? Oh, because I told you it is. Yeah, I don't know you. Well, I came across one of these gals where she finally admitted that the money was the money that she made on signing people up. That was where the money was. By getting people to sign up. And then, of course, they'd put their information into this trading app, and they'd use the trading app to strip their money because it's ridiculous fees. And sure, they'd give them trading information, and it just whatever trading information, and they'd, you know, the fees were so high, they couldn't make any money. They're just getting them to make trades, and they're, you know, raping them on fees. So, and the ones that use AI, it goes right back to the thing I talked about last week with crypto trading. There are no real predictable patterns. So all AI can do, well, okay. There's crypto reacts to emotion. Okay, there's nothing in the market like, um, you know, a CEO gets fired or the company gets a big contract. Somebody gets a new license. There's none of that. Those are the things that make stocks go up and down. That's how you day trade. because you're in there pre-market looking at that news and looking at when knowing which stocks are going to be going up and down. That's how you day trade. We don't have that in crypto. So these AI bots, it if they really worked, they would be doing that for day traders. But they don't work. So they use them on crypto. And what they do on crypto is they just watch the movement as it goes up and down, and that's all you're getting is the up and down. That's it. Up and down. It's just random radio waves. You don't need an AI for that. You can set that in fidelity. I mean, you don't need an AI. You don't. You just need to know how to set your equipment, So they're selling you something that you don't even need. But because you don't even know how to set your own stop limits and stop gaps. But you don't know that, so yeah, they're selling you something that you already have and getting you to use their trading platform so that you're paying ridiculous fees to use something that you already have. Yeah. Huge scam. Huge. Well, anyway, let me know what day you guys prefer, Tuesdays or Thursdays, and let me know if you have a topic you'd like to see for next week. So, any more questions? Then be sure to like the live, share it, follow if you haven't already, and I'll see you around.